This Valentine's Day weekend in Port Moody, the City of the Arts' newest edition, the Ioco Players put on their inaugural performance of A.R. Gurney's Love Letters, which ran for 3 sold-out performances as a fundraiser for the Port Moody Legion and the Ioco Players themselves.
I know it seems jerky, but I like writing, actually. I like writing compositions in English. I like writing letters. I like writing you. I wanted to write that letter to your mother because I knew you'd see it. So it was sort of like talking to you when you weren't here and you wouldn't interrupt. Hint, hint. My father says everyone should write letters as much as they can. It's a dying art. He says letters are a way of presenting yourself in the best possible light to another person. I think that too.
I think you sound too much like your father. But I'm not going to argue with you by mail. And anyway, this game's too good.
Get well soon. I'm sorry you broke your leg.
Mummy says I broke it on purpose because I'm a self-destructive person and went down Whiteface Mountain without asking permission. All I know is I wish I had broken my arm instead, so I'd have a good excuse not to write letters. I'm enclosing a picture I drew of the bedpan. I'm serious. Don't you love its shape?
Hi, it's Kathy Chenna with Tri-Cities Community TV. We are at the beautiful headquarters of the Fountainhead Network right here in Port Coquitlam. I also want to thank Artelis Optic TV to be our sponsor for this program. Now let's move on to our guest, Mike Arsenault with the Ioco Players. Mike, you just came off a tremendous weekend of love, I should say, and you also put together an amazing production called Love Letters.
So Love Letters is a famous theater piece by A.R. Gurney. We had the opportunity to do 3 performances at Club 119, the Legion, in beautiful downtown Port Moody.
Yes.
Because Ioco Players is all about creating theater for Port Moody, in Port Moody, for Port Moody. So we had 3 sold-out performances. It's our first production, and great to have the opportunity to shine a light on the Legion as well and to see the great work that they're doing. But we had 3 leading ladies and myself that delivered the beautiful words of A.R. Gurney, and great response and great feedback so far.
It was not anything that I expected, to be honest. I really thought it would be super interactive with the both of you, but it really was interactive. And I want to read something just real quick about Love Letters and then move on to what is going to be up and coming for Ioco Players. It says here that this particular play was really, it's about words, it's about love letters, but you took us through this amazing journey of the both of you knowing each other at such a young age and all the way to death almost. Well, not almost, she did die. Sorry, now I've spoiled it, but it's over, so we're good, we're good. So it was really lovely in the way that you guys just, I don't know, you took the readings off the page and you really had the audience quite emotioned by all the highs and lows of our friend Melissa. And what did you, like, why did you pick this to start off with?
The great thing is it's a really well-written script, so it was nominated for the Pulitzer Prize when it came out. It's been done by all of the great actors because it's actually a read play. You read it on stage, but the author directs you not to memorize it. He wants you to really kind of read the words and be in the moment as you're receiving it, because as I'm reading the words to you, you're actually receiving my letter. So the other great thing in the show, it does, as you said, it covers a passage of time, actually a period of over 40 years. That these 2 people have remained friends, lovers, everything. They have everything in each other's lives at some point in time. But it's also a story I think that everyone can relate to because everyone has a friend like that or has, you know, a pen pal. And it's also about this love, this long lost love of letter writing where, you know, you used to write letters to people. And those, you know, you could say more things in a letter than you could often say on the telephone or through social media these days. So it was really great. And then so much of the story, I mean, there's great moments of silence as time passes. And so we allow the audience to fill in the gaps. What happened to these people? Why, you know, why is he not responding to her last letter? Well, maybe because she's seeing somebody. Like, so there's all that little sort of mystery and suspense that's built. So it's a beautiful play to like perform because it's so well written and it has these universal themes around friendship and love and forgiveness, I think. So.
Exactly, I totally agreed. Like you said, I did see it. I was captivated. I want to ask though, in so many plays you do have to memorize. Do you think that, I mean, it won a Pulitzer Prize. I know I'm already going to answer my own question here. Do you think that it was easier in some way? Like just turning the pages and reading and feeling that emotion of the, you know, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Like you took the audience like year after year after year with these things. That's how I knew, oh, a new year has passed now, right? So like, tell me a little bit about that. I'm just curious.
Yeah, I mean, usually I don't do read plays, but because the content of this piece is so well written, like everything is in the words, you know, how you interpret those words. And the great thing, well, A.R. Gurney is no longer with us. He has very specific directions in the script on how he wants it to be interpreted and how these characters are to come to life off the page. And again, I directed the piece as well. So this is the third time I've done this particular production in different countries.
Oh, wow.
So I'm very familiar with the piece, but I thought it would be the perfect piece for Port Moody for this period of time that we're going through, the middle of a pandemic, you know, in a time where we all need a little bit more love and compassion. And it really, people left, you know, and it is, I mean, there's lots of laughs. It's a very funny story, but it's also very poignant because, you know, they're like two people that, you know, they grew up together and they have, you know, this affair late in life, but everything was too little too late. And everyone knows what that's like.
Of course, exactly. So 3 leading ladies on 3 different nights, but you don't change at all. You were the constant in all of them. And did they all do you proud in different ways?
Yeah, I think what's great about it is like they all took the direction I provided around the character, but every character, every person has their own unique personality. And so each actress delivered what I wanted to do, but in their own way and created their own distinctive character of Melissa. So it was fun. And I think the audience, I said many people had come to more than one show and they appreciated the performances both in a different way because it's like, you know, you're very different from anyone else that's like you. So
exactly.
It
was really great. How did you come up with the name Ioco Players?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a newbie to Port Moody. I'm kind of Canadian, but I relocated after a long period of time in Oregon. And I wrote a book last year on storytelling and heritage, and I've been quite fascinated with Ioko and its history and the Ioco town site.
Yes.
And the other thing that's interesting about Ioko, it's also what I call a main street or an artery through the city. Artery, heart. So I felt by naming our theater group and our theater social club after Ioko, it pays homage to the history and heritage. I also had the opportunity, and Marianne Cooper reached out to me before she passed and was really happy that I was creating a theater group and really happy that I was here to kind of shake things up a little bit. So that made me feel really pleased that I kind of made the right decision.
Yeah, we often hear from a lot of residents that we need more arts.
Yeah.
You know, we have the name, what are we doing, where is it happening, what's going on?
Right.
I think your timing was impeccable with this because we were able to get together with caution, of course, you know, and see 3 different shows with 3 different people, and you know, and that was fantastic. Where do you see this going?
Yeah, so just to add on that, I'm also very happy for the Legion because it's a relatively, many people hadn't been to the space.
Yes.
So a lot of people came down to see the show and had the opportunity. So we really shone the light on that beautiful new venue.
Oh, so beautiful.
So what I'm doing with Ioco Players is really to get more people engaged in theater arts. And part of my vision is to create a more connected community using arts, not just theater arts. I will do other things as well, but theater is one way. So we have a few things coming up. We're going to do some private table readings. So new people who have always wanted to perform can come out and actually read characters. They'll get some coaching on character development. And we're going to pick more known pieces. And then we're going to use some of those private readings as an opportunity to kind of cast for a public reading. Our next big production is we're planning a musical review it's called Stages, and it's songs from Stephen Sondheim and Stephen Schwartz. And right now we're pitching, and I'm feeling very confident that we will be presenting it at the Inlet Theater in August of this summer.
Amazing.
So we're really excited about that. And that won't just be, again, musical reviews. It will be stories from each of the performers around their connection to the music, as well as telling the significant contributions of these 2 important composers to musical theater. Because I think education is an important part of what we do as well, to continue to get people engaged in arts.
Exactly. And how is it being received in Port Moody and with the city of Port Moody more importantly?
I think everyone's been super excited and very supportive of what I'm trying to do.
Yes.
I've also, I will continue to support the initiatives that are happening around heritage and storytelling. And I've got some other ideas that have been successful for me in other places where I've lived to use sort of community and create activities and events that will, again, get people out to support each other, but also, again, I call it a more connected community, that people will, have a great pride to live here, but they can also get out and support and feel like the place that they live in is very authentic.
So coming up, you're going to be presenting to City Council. You're part of a delegation, you said, and you're excited about that. And then you talked earlier to me regarding the economic development. Could you just expand on that a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, I've made a presentation last November to the Arts and Culture Committee, and I was invited to talk about a future vision for how we can create a more connected arts community, given that Port Moody is the city of the arts. So I think obviously some of the challenges we have, we're not a tourism market because we don't have hotels here, but we have such great attractions that people come to. And we also want to make sure that through economic and business development that we're also attracting the right types of businesses here. So I have a plan to try and help them through this positioning of making a more connected community and supporting the arts to make arts more meaningful, that the potential types of employers and businesses that we think will be additive to our community will be the types of businesses that will continue to grow here as Port Moody grows.
Right. Now, you know how we have Brewers Row in Port Moody, and we're known for beer. I think that we need to be known for arts more than beer. Do you think that it's going to be something that people are going to travel to see in terms of like a destination? Like we have Rocky Point ice cream, for example, and it's not just local people that are coming to get ice cream, like it's people from all over. Do you hope that for Ioco players? Do you hope that in August, at Inlet Theatre, we get people from all different areas of the Lower Mainland? Or do you want to really just make it more community focused?
Well, I position it as made in Port Moody for Port Moody, but obviously we want people who are passionate about theater arts. So a lot of the people that have come out are coming from other people that have had to go to Vancouver because there are no theater arts here.
Right.
And so we're offering them the opportunity to do something here. Obviously we're a nonprofit sort of volunteer organization at this point. That may change in the future, but we want to really create opportunities for people so they don't have to leave our community, and also that the people who live here have a vital life, that they can do things that inspire them. And going back to Brewers Row, I mean, I think there's a whole, that whole creating a destination for Brewers Row. I was involved in helping with the Winter Festival at the museum this year as well. Like, how do we create these iconic events? And Port Moody has a lot of them, but I think we just need to find ways to connect them all together so people can, block in their calendars and say, these are the things when art is happening, we know Port Moody is the first place we look for.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I remember being part of the Port Moody Art Center, and we wanted to bring in people that drank beer, but how do you do it? So we did a pizza and beer night, and we did poetry slam, and that got a lot of new faces into the art center that we normally wouldn't get. So it's also about capturing people that are just maybe, it's not for me, but hey, let's try it out. Let's combine the economic part, the businesses, and blend, because God, we know that businesses have been suffering. So hopefully that will all come to fruition. And why did you choose Port Moody? You could have chosen any city. There's a lot of artistic things that are happening in Vancouver, and there's also the Surrey Art Center, and they're booming right now as well. Like, why Port Moody? Why is your heart here?
I had never been to Port Moody, and I bought a condo here, never having been here. I did it online. I had a friend who lives here who was raving about this community. And I've always lived, so most of my life was in Toronto, so I've lived in big cities, and I lived in Oregon or the Oregon coast of Portland, so I know what big cities are like, and I really like to be on the outside. And to be honest with you, I was attracted to this idea of a small community on the inlet. It feels a little bit like, a Whistler Village, going in the little cobblestone streets. But that there are some arts activities happening here. But I also saw an opportunity where I can come in and contribute and use the skills that I have as, a producer, director, and a marketer to really make sure that we're elevating the experiences. So whatever I do, it will be sort of, intimate, stripped down, quality production. And that's, I'm not going to be bringing Broadway musicals to Port Moody. We'll be doing our own interpretation of that work, but in a way that's unique and has our own stamp on it.
That's fantastic. Where can we find out more information about you, and how can people get more involved? Are you looking for volunteers? Are you looking for people to participate in this new and upcoming, feature that you're doing later on in the summer?
Yeah, we've had great media support so far, and thank you to you guys as well for everything that you do.
Thank you. You're
we're
welcome.
Looking forward to more exciting things in the future. But right now, we've relied on social media. We have a home Facebook page as well as an Instagram page. But we recognize that there is an older community, because one of the things that we want to do too is also make sure that we're being accessible to people of all ages. So we want to make sure that the programming, the things that we do, will allow younger people, and I'm not talking children, because I think there is great youth programming in this area, but right now we're looking for volunteers to support behind the scenes. But we are also still holding auditions. So we've already had our first round of auditions for our musical review.
Amazing.
Yeah,
already.
We've got about 10 people already, but again, we have to confirm the venue and the date before we can pursue it further. But we're doing, like I said, private table readings, and our first one we promoted, we've got 18 people, and we have parts for 12 people. So we'll double up the parts, so people can come out and they can read multiple parts. But I think as we grow, we're going to need more people kind of behind the scenes. We've had a number of volunteers came out to support with front of house, with sound and lighting. Again, our productions aren't going to be extravagant, but all those, minimal sets, minimal costume direction. I'm hoping with the spring review to work with a student choreographer and give her the opportunity, her or him, the opportunity to do a little bit of choreography to get a credit. So I really want to support anybody. If somebody wants to come out and assistant direct or assistant produce, we'll teach them the ropes. So I think what we're trying to do is create a great theater, but also as kind of a place for people to learn and grow.
That's fantastic. Is there anything else that our viewers should know about what's going on?
No, I think probably the other way, again, if you're not on social media, which many people aren't, we also have a quarterly newsletter. So you can email us at iocoplayerspodmo@gmail.com, and once we get your email, we'll send you out our quarterly newsletter that will have all the news. And then as more events come up, we'll rely on our media partners and potential sponsors to also promote us. And again, I'm a marketer so I feel pretty confident the word will get out there, but word of mouth is going to help too. I think Love Letters starting off with a great sold out production that people are, the comments that people are sharing out now about how emotionally attached they were to the show, and how they had a tear in their eye and they were laughing. That's exactly what we wanted it to do.
I agree.
In this time, when this period of time with the pandemic, we did it cautiously and safely, but we gave people a nice escape from what's been going on in the world these days. So that's what we want to continue to do regardless of where we're at.
Well, the show was very relatable, absolutely. I too had a tear in my eye when I was watching it, but Love Letters is behind us now. We're looking forward to more shows, more interactions with the residents of Port Moody and the Ioko players. I'm Kathy Chenna. Thanks for watching Tri-Cities Community TV.